Hey Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I just wanted to check in, say hello, say happy Friday. So glad it's the weekend as always. And I wanted to update you on a couple of things that I've talked about in previous videos. First of all being the saga of the little free libraries. So if you didn't catch it, someone was spotted taking all of the books out of a local little free library. And apparently a few other people, when they heard about that in our community, chimed in and said that was also the case for their little free library. And so I was just worried that the city, all the little free libraries had been emptied out by this person, because it's not like the police can't do anything. It's not a crime in the legal sense, but it's very, very strange behavior. And like even the woman who reported it to the local media, I mean, even she said like, well, there's like a Book of Mormon in there. I know some really good Mormons. Man, if you asked for a copy of the Book of Mormon, they would give it to you. So I'm not sure what's going on, but like I said, I hope someone saw the person, the picture of there was a picture of the person and their car. The picture's quite fuzzy because it's from a home security system, but she's at a distance. Yeah, so I'm hoping that someone called her and said, hey man, what are you doing? Knock it off. I have since been to 2 little free libraries and they were both just fine. So fingers crossed that has stopped. That story was part of a story also about my used bookstore. Since making that video, I have been to our independent bookstore, which I haven't been to for quite a while. And I really want to hear what you guys think about, and it's not all their fault, okay? I'm not trying to blame my local independent bookstore. It's a very small space. Now, I am thrilled at the amount of inventory that such a small independent bookstore could have, but the way it's organized is very confusing to me. So many books are organized by the fiction section, which I couldn't, the store was so packed when we went, I could not even get to the end of fiction. But there are several sections that are organized, that are fiction, but they're organized by the publisher. So like all the New York Review of Books are together. Those beautiful cloth-bound classics are on a display together. There's another series, and I cannot remember the name of it, but it's almost the color of my sweatshirt. It's a little greener, a little more turquoisey color. Okay, turquoisey is not a word, but turquoise colored, and they're really small. I mean, you could fit them in your pocket. So those were all together, and unfortunately the bookseller that I was talking to, I think maybe new to bookselling, I'm not sure, he had no idea what books I was asking about. And that's okay. Like, I mean, it's, I worked for 4.5 years for Barnes & Noble, and eventually you do learn all the, you learn the answers to the commonly asked crazy questions, like, where is the book about the blue bear? And you go, I know right where it is. Let me get that for you. So yeah, there are things like that. Now, I'm not going to say like Barnes & Noble, certainly Barnes & Noble has some things organized, a certain way, right? All the bargain books are together Barnes & Noble classics are all together, but I was, you know, I had a gift card. Jason ended up using some of it on a biography of Joan of Arc. Yeah, so I was a little crestfallen that, and part of it was, like I said, the bookstore was packed. It was full of people. I couldn't get to a lot of things. And so yeah, it was disappointing. But I'm curious how your independent bookstore is organized, and do you think like is that a good strategy for organizing books? Like, I suppose if you have a preference, like if you love New York Review of Books, like you would be able to find all of them sort of clustered together, pretty close together. Yeah, but for me, it was just, like I said, it was just kind of frustrating. I saw Dickens in, my goodness, probably 3 different places. So it was just very, very confusing, to me. Now, I'm not saying your home personal library, you shouldn't organize your books however you want to. I'm just saying, in a retail setting, you want people to be able to find things, and I just could not find what I was looking for. So we'll give it another try on another day. I did, however, get a book recently for free from my public library. This is one of their prizes for the grown-up summer reading program. After you have read 20 minutes for 50 days, you can go and pick out a retired library book or a book that's donated and slightly damaged. I did not realize when I picked this book up that there's kind of, it looks like the cover, but there's kind of a pen mark on the cover, which is unfortunate, but I mean, I got this for free. I can put it in a little free library. I can go to an empty one and put it in there after I've read it. But this is The Girl Who Reads on the Metro, Eiffel Tower, definitely something I'm always watching for. And yeah, it sounds really interesting to me anyway. Juliet leads a perfectly ordinary life in Paris, working an office job and dating a string of not quite right men. The only bright spots in her day are her metro rides across the city when she dreams up stories about the strangers sitting across from her reading books. The old lady, the math student, the amateur ornithologist. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry about that if I didn't. And the girl who always cries at page 247. Anyway, and then she ends up meeting some people who are trying to find the right book for the right person. And she gets involved in that, which seems like an awful lot for such a tiny little book. But anyway, so summer reading prize. It's kind of fun. I will add it to my haul journal. It's buried over here under a whole lot of Shakespeare. So what have I been reading? I am reading A Fine Balance by Rohinton Mistry. Man, this is such a great book. When I have time to sit down and really read it, I just feel like I'm gliding. I am a person who really loves books that are primarily about characters, and so this is a great book for me. I love deep dives into characters and their lives, and what makes them tick and that sort of stuff, and it seems to be that's a large part of this book. I'm also super excited to be reading this with Joe Smith. And Joe has a passion for India and Indian literature, and I think she's going to teach me a little bit about Indian history as we read this book together. So I'm very, very excited about that. Anyway, hopefully this weekend I can spend some more time in it. This is the only thing I'm reading right now, but that will have to change here shortly. So I'd like to make a good dent in this weekend. What are you reading? Do you have any special plans for the weekend? Are you visiting family? Are you taking it mellow? What's going on? So I would love to talk to you in the comment section. If you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, I totally understand. You can leave an emoji or you can give this video a thumbs up as a way of saying hello. I do love hearing from you. It means so much to me. So Booktube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.